Do you remember the first time you had to speak anywhere? Think about it. It might have been in Sunday school, it might have been in school, it might have been in any number of things. It might have been in a business situation when someone called on you and said, Eric, why don't you tell us how you do such and such? Sally, why don't you tell us how we can get more out of X, Y, or Z? Can you remember that? Now, I want you to think also about the time you gave your icebreaker. Now, Eric, you haven't given yours yet, have you? But I think, Esmeralda, you have. I think everybody else at the table has. So you're still in for a great experience, your icebreaker. Well, Toastmasters very wisely chose icebreaker as the very first speech that you make, prepared speech that you make, because they wanted a topic that you knew a lot about, and a topic that other people in the room would be interested in, and you as a new member to find out more about you. And why would they want to find out more about you? Think about that. Because they would like to be able to relate with you. Right? This is more of a family than just a business group. Toastmasters encourages that. I joined Toastmasters before some of you were born. And I've stayed with it all these years because I learn something every time I come to a Toastmasters meeting. You teach me, believe it or not. So here are the three things that I would suggest that you jot down. And I'm going to read them slowly so that you can use the exact words, because words matter. Number one, know the message that your audience wants to hear. When I first became a professional speaker, one of my good friends, Michael Long, the only South Carolinian to ever win the Toastmasters World Championship of Public Speaking, gave me some great advice. He said, Jerry, when you accept a booking, one of the first things that you do is you ask the event planner or whoever contacted you to give you the names of 3 of their people in leadership roles in the group you will be speaking to, so that you can talk with them. Now, you'll do it by phone, you'll probably do it by long distance, but what you want to know is from their perspective, and each one of them will give you different answers, what the audience really wants to hear from you, why you were chosen to come speak to them, and they're paying you to do it. So it's very, very important that you know the kind of message that your audience wants to hear. Number 2 is choose 3 life stories. Now, they may be life stories from someone else, Ben Franklin, Thomas Edison, Abraham Lincoln, you can name famous people, but if they're stories from your own life that fit the topic that you're speaking on, that's even better, because what did I just tell Beth? When you open yourself up to other people, it builds their trust and confidence in you. It's very important that you project that kind of personality to a large audience, because you want them to trust and have confidence in what you're sharing with them. Do you not? It is, in a way, a sales situation. So choose 3 life story lessons from your personal experience if you can. You can use one from a famous person, because people will relate to that person. Make sure it's a very famous person that everybody in the room will probably know. If it's not Bernard Shaw, right, then choose someone like George Washington, Mother Teresa, a name that people would recognize. And number 3 is tell the stories in a personal way where listeners can relate to. So use phrases like you, I enjoy doing X, Y, Z. Much like you, I often think about X, Y, Z. or much like you, I react to X, Y, Z. Don't overdo it, but you can do like you, which is saying we are a lot alike, we've got a lot in common. You can do that throughout your presentation. Now we're going to move on to B, reap the rewards of thinking on your feet. How many of you remember the first time you were called on at Table Topics? I think everybody in the room has participated in that. Eric, you participated in that. How did you feel? Very uncomfortable, did you not? Maybe even a little intimidated, a little frightened. Am I going to get up and make a fool of myself? Now, I want you to think about this. Throughout the rest of your life, you're going to encounter Table Topics moments in other places, in other times. If you can relate how you felt that first time in Table Topics and what you did to overcome it, that's one of the great confidence-building aspects of Toastmasters participation. It's part of the journey, it's part of the adventure. If you can think about that, you can get up there and face the lions. It's just that simple. So here are the three for thinking on your feet. Think of Table Topics as a path to greater confidence in yourself. And when you project confidence, what happens? Other people feel it. And they feel more confident in you. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody is going to believe in you, right? But if you believe in yourself, you believe in your message, you believe in your passion, what are they going to do? They're going to feel that same confidence in you that you feel in yourself and that you're projecting to them. Number two, choose personal stories that fit the topic or another topic. Now, I know when I first came back to South Carolina after 6 months in New Jersey doing a consulting job, I had dropped out of Toastmasters. There was no club there where I was. And I went to the Richland 2000 club over in Irmo. And this was before this club was organized, and the Lexington club had gone out of business while I was gone. They called on me for Table Topics, and they gave me a topic like, what's your formula for world peace? What's my formula for world peace? I mean, it was a terrible topic. And I got up and I thought, good Lord, I am really rusty. I've been out of Toastmasters for 6 months, and I had gotten rusty, right? So, anyway, I've forgotten how I stumbled through it, but I got through it. But I could have also done something else. I could have said, well, I think world peace is a great subject, but I want to tell you about something else, right? And talk about something that you really knew something about. Right? I could have done that, and you can do that too. So if somebody gives you a Table Topics that you don't have a clue what to say, just pick another topic and wave your hand. And number 3 is stay within your time, 1 to 2 minutes. Now remember, I'm going to be sharing this with a brand new club at TD Bank. So they don't have the experience to draw on that you already have. So I'm trying to keep this as simple for them as possible. We'll move on to number 3. 3 keys to an inspiring evaluation. How many of us remember the first evaluation we received? Was it a good one? Was it helpful? Did it give us ideas that could help us improve? And think about the first time you were called on to give an evaluation. Did you talk to the person who you were evaluating their presentation as if they were your best friend? Did you talk with them with respect and even affection? Did you show them while you were trying to help them improve that that was what you were doing? You were not there to criticize or tear them down. So here are the three keys on this. Think of the person you are evaluating as a valued friend, somebody you respect, admire, and want to help. Number two, use the sandwich technique. Praise, challenge, praise. So tell them what they really did well at first, tell them where they could improve, and tell them how they could improve. So number three is how you excelled. This is what I did for Sally at the meeting. She gave her an icebreaker. What you can do better, and how you can improve. Was this helpful